Sterling Mamahetsua, and I'm Hopi and Tewa. My clan is Cody. My dad is Vincent Mamahetsua, and my mom is Esome Mamahetsua. I got to Wild Fit with Sanctuary by meeting Brian in college. He taught me about the colors. And what I do is I'm a maintenance worker. And this is basically what he does, but what I do is I make baskets, I do beadwork, and a lot of other traditional things. I do a lot, but this is his doing, his carving and stuff as well.
So do you enjoy it too as well?
Yeah, I do.
That's cool. Very cool. Thank you. And you, sir, you're kind of hiding out there in the corner. I need a little light. No light? No lights. Okay. Well, we'll just wing it in the dark then. I got it set as light as I can go here. So is everyone having a good time here? You enjoy yourself? Are you learning anything? Or it's an experience, huh? Oh, there we go. We got some light. Yay. So how long you guys going to be here for? You going to be here for a little while longer?
Yeah, until Friday morning.
Oh, right on.
4 months. Basically getting up, well, Tuesdays we usually have to get up earlier because our meetings have been
My dad's a real engineer type. He's like, something's broken. He's like, I'll fix it. Let's not call anyone. And so I kind of picked stuff up from him, I guess. And a couple summers ago, we went to a real picture on probably the nephew house. So there's been a lot of that.
My granddad, super, super dandy, like.
Do you live close to the nursery?
And my dad just sucked.
I don't know if you guys were walking up and there was like a
Really not.
like an area like a Taylor type thing.
No.
So hold on. Yeah, just right there.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah, this was good.
Is that the right way? I don't think so, actually. No, it didn't.
You know, I have a question for you. Back in the day, when when they were making their bow and arrows and things like that, how did they sharpen their knives and tools back then?
Back then, they didn't have knives.
Right. So it's like, watching these guys, using the tools that they have to make the bows and arrows. That's hard work, and I can see that. So it's a challenge, huh?
Okay.
I see the knives that you guys are using are not real sharp. Just don't test it on the thumb there.
What?
Just don't test it on your thumb.
Okay, back in the day, this is what they were used.
Uh-huh.
This is a tool, common tool. You could chop, you could scrape. Anything you needed to do is flintstone.
Uh-huh.
And the sharp edges made it easier to chop stuff like this.
Wow.
Do you use it for something like this?
Yeah. Ooh, this is exactly what we would use it for, especially for chopping it down, skinning it. It works. What I just showed you.
Well, this looks like an almost all-day job just making one bow.
Yeah, and see that was the challenge was back then. This is all they would use, stuff like this.
How long would
Depending on how much you oil it. All they used back then was the animal fat, like I said. You could oil it. The more you oil it, the longer it lasts. Like this one I've had for almost a year now. The old one I've had for almost a year.
Wow.
Oil it, oil it.
What's the boat thing typically made of?
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Well, back then, what they used was tendons, the deer tendons.
Okay.
Yeah, they used made of sinew. Nowadays, you can't really find that unless you go hunting yourself. So what I use is synthetic sinew. Same stuff. Okay. It's like a wax string. Yeah. And it's not only one, there's 4 to 5 strands of that. Twist it. Okay. You feel this? You feel that? You can see it's twisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 5. Yeah, it's about 5 or 6 strings. Just put together and twist it. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you guys how to string your bow, and how to take care of it. See, this one I made to stay like this, to stay strong all the time. You can make your bow so you can unstring it and string it only when you want it. Stay straight. Or you can keep it like let it have this one, have that bow effect all the time. So even if I take this off right now, it'll stay in that bow effect. Okay. But it still has that same tension. And let's say you leave your bow string on and it ends up becoming like this and becomes loose. So all you do is you just twist your string, just twist it. Oh. Just keep it twisted like this, and it's tight. That's all it is. And if you look at it, really look at it, you notice on this side it's a little longer than this side. Okay. Is that naturally because the tension is? Yeah. When you best example I can use is a samurai bow. Have you ever seen a samurai bow? Those are real long bows, and you'll see that the bottom part's real short and the top part's real long. And it's just what it is. You want your arrow to be right in the middle of your bow. So your handle has to be a little lower than where you're going to be. So if you really look at it, this is actually the middle right here. On my hand, this is even, and then this is going to be even. It's going to be sitting right in the middle. The arrow has to be sitting right in the middle. And each of these, you'll see it'll take shape. The arrow is going to sit right in the middle, because you'll be able to fire it today as soon as you're done.
Alright. Lengthwise, is it going to change? Like, are we using as long as it is?
Yeah, as long as it is right now, that's where it's going to stay.
Okay.
And as far as yours goes, yours is a real long bow. Yours are real long. So you can cut it down a little,
I feel like to make 2 good bows. I don't know.
Yeah. That part is more you're always going to cut away from yourself. Cut away like this. All you're going to do is keep doing this.
Do you want to flip it up? Sorry, yeah.
Well, you gotta cut.
You ever cut potatoes?
You can't cut down real fast.
It's just like that. It's the same concept. Just shaving off little by little. And you're going to shave it off until there's no You're almost there to the point where you're starting to shave. So just get rid of the rest of those notches, and then one of the little
I don't really want to do that.
Got a tired crew, huh? Also make note that the lighting that we have in here is not very bright. The lighting that we do have in here is very much similar to back in the days when they had nothing but the kerosene lamps. So the lighting is it's pretty dark in here. And this is pretty much the way it was back then. In the cabins in the woods, and this is where this little place is the cabin in the middle of the woods. Took me a while to find it. It's getting used to the lighting, because it doesn't get any lighter than this in the evening. Once it gets dark, it's We just got that one little bit of light up there, and that's it. That's all we got. So at least they have some electricity. Imagine what it would be like if we had nothing but the kerosene lamps to work with. It'd even be darker. So we're really lucky to have the little electricity that we have. It seems pretty warm in here. It doesn't seem bad. Doesn't seem bad at all. Have you guys been staying fairly warm at night?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything's warm compared to Illinois, huh?
Except our summers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. If it gets much colder, I'm not going to want to.
And if it starts raining, it's great now.
You did walk up here.
He looks friendly.
So how have you been adapting without a TV and a radio, and has it been taking some getting used to, or does it bother you, or? Communication, exactly. So you miss having your internet and that sort of thing? Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it's a good mindset.
So that's a big change. I mean, can you imagine growing up back in the day when there was no internet or telephone or anything like that, how it was just like this, and there was no way, you know, how they communicated for help or anything like that. Everybody relied on each other, the next door neighbors and that sort of thing, and they still do that here, you know, because, you know, the cell phones don't work out here, and, you know, so it's like, well, what do you do when you have an emergency? So, you know, and those are things that you think about when you come out here, and it's like, you know, how we take things for granted when we're back, you know, in general population, I say, you know, in public, and, you know, getting away and coming out here really opens your eyes a little bit, you know, come back to the real world, I call it, you know, to see how it really is. And some people love it, some people can't handle it, so, but I'm loving it. I don't miss the traffic. I don't miss, you know, hearing the sirens 24/7. You know, it's a nice change. It really is. Takes some getting used to, but I like it. It's kind of cool, so cause sometimes you can go outside at night and just sit and stare, and there are elk out here, and there are a lot of coyote out here, so, you know, when you're wandering around, I always suggest, you know, do the buddy system thing, you know, don't be out there running around alone, because we do have a lot of coyotes out here. Yeah. And the elks are beautiful here. They're huge. They're really huge, and there's some out there, and you'll see them every once in a while. Have you seen any of the bluebirds? Yeah. Aren't they pretty? They are really pretty.
Okay, he's ready to start shaping. I got him sped up a little just to show you guys. What you're going to do now is you're just going to take a look at your pole, and you're going to look down the middle, you know, look around it. You see how his already has that bow shape to it? If you look at it, it already has that bow shape. So you're just going to keep it straight like this, and, you know, you find your middle, just kind of almost balancing it almost. So like right there, that should be a good middle right there. Now what you do is you turn it around, and then you just make one line there, flip it around just your hand width, one line there. And all you're going to do is make sure that your lines stay at the center with this, because this is where you're going to start cleaning out this part. You're going to start coming up this, straightening it out. And you're going to have to do a lot more work on this side than you are on this side. Okay. So the best thing to do is start on this side.
Okay. Which side?
The thick side.
Thick side.
Thick side? Gotcha. So see what I'm saying is, this side you're not going to have to thin out so much. this side, you're gonna have to thin out a lot more. Go ahead and start on this side. Yeah. And all you do is, from your mark right there, all you're gonna do is just go ahead and hold your pole this way.
Yeah.
And then just start. Just make sure you don't go up above that line, because this is where your handle's gonna be right here. So you're just gonna chop it like this, like so. You can come down this way, see how you're doing, it's kind of making little notches in them.
Yeah.
But you don't want to chop too hard, because you don't want it going through too much of the wood. You still want to have some left to work with. And once you get there, then you just come through like this.
Peel it off.
Peel it off, go through, just soften it up, just like this. And then there's a level where you're going to reach once you get right there. I'll show you. But
Okay.
just keep doing that just like I was doing.
Yeah.
And then make sure you keep looking at it at this angle, because you want this flat surface to stay this way right here on this. Because sometimes when you're working so much, I've had times where this line ends up coming around this way.
Okay.
It curves that way, or opposite. Just make sure you keep looking down. And just make sure it's straight down that way.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I noticed, I have a question for you. I noticed too that there's still some folks out here that make their own homemade shampoo. And can you tell these guys how to make homemade shampoo?
Yeah, it's not so much, it's pretty much already made for you. What we do is we go and, you notice the yucca plants? What we do is we dig up the yucca plant and we cut off the root. And that root is pretty much its soap. It's shampoo for us. We put it inside a pan and we make it real nice and soapy, and we just wash our hair with that water that has that soap in it, and it gets real soapy and it's real good for the hair. It gives everything that it really needs to the hair. It helps it grow faster, straightens it out, it gives it a lot more life and stuff like that. So it's a healthy thing.
Is the yucca plants around here?
Yeah, there's a lot.
How do you find them?
What you're looking for is just they're like green spikes coming out, and then they'll have a nice little flower coming out right in the center. It's a pink flower. You'll see it, it'll bloom during the spring and summer, but during the winter it's usually just the green you'll see, and the top will be dry.
Awesome. Well, sometime maybe you can show us what one looks like, because I'm not sure what one looks like.
Right.
I thought that would be so cool. I thought, wow, to make your own soap and shampoo. I thought, yeah, I could do that.
And she makes the baskets out of the yucca husk.
Oh, the baskets, okay.
Yeah, and for an example, if you want to take a look at up there, those are traditional baskets made from yucca. She does the same thing.
Okay. So you make baskets with them. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay.
Okay, both of you guys are about the same spot. Are you guys ready? Yeah.
Hey, that's looking pretty good there.
Yeah, this is
That looks good.
So what you want to do is just down your bowl. You notice how this already has the curve here?
Yeah.
So you're going to want to start your curve. This is where your bowl's going to be. Like I said, just find the middle. Find the middle right there. Make a mark there. Turn around, make a mark here. That's the cool thing. Both don't always come out. They don't always come out straight or come out. Have a little bit. So if you look down, you'll see your bowl over here.
That's looking pretty good there.
And then, like
Got that cleaned up pretty good.
like I showed him, make your mark, make your mark just like that, turn it around like that, and from that mark you're going to chop it downward, carve it out, nice and flat on both sides, and you see you're going to have to look on this side more than this side, so
Make a mark
on this side.
Mark on the inside of the...
Yeah, where your hand's going to be, right? So you want to make sure
It's got one curve.
Yeah.
To that.
So look down. Yeah, this is the way it's going to be. Look down and then find your middle. Find your middle and then turn. And finding your middle is kind of like...
you want to find the middle by weight or by length?
Kind of by balancing the experience from your eye.
Yeah.
Because you're not looking at right here, you're looking here and here, and you're trying to find the same kind
What he's doing here is he's determining where the center of the bow is.
And then just make your line, just wherever your hand's gonna be.
To make them mark around your hand?
No, just outside your hand.
Okay, so like right here and right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go ahead and make your mark there and there. Make sure you can see your mark. Okay. And then once you get from there, like I was showing him, I'm going to show you from your mark, just go ahead and chop like this downward, just little by little. And then, yeah, you're just going to want to take out some of that body in here. And I'll show you guys once you guys get a little further down, there's some rings where you look at. And I'll show you exactly how they look and where I know where to stop. Okay. So right now what you're carving through is just like the flesh, like the outside flesh. Once you hit that nice red part, you'll see it. It's the bone kind of. That's how I explain it to people. You'll see it.
Got a little bit windy today, didn't it?
Yeah.
How much of this should I take away? Like, should I go?
You can go a little bit. Okay. Just so that you brought that.
Looks like you're getting it.
What I do is I go down to a certain level. What you're cutting through right now, it's like I was telling them with the flesh. You're cutting through the flesh. So watch it for you. A little more light in here.
Do you want to go all the way around? Or just on the inside?
Just on the inside. You don't want to go all the way around. Just on that inside. Okay. Now, show more light, but if you really look, you'll see how there's like a U going.
Yeah.
But there's the flesh on the outside and then on the inside there's actually
No.
but that's the inside of the tree. That's where you and you put a little bit of red before you stop. Okay. Just so you look down. That's pretty good. See how I started seeing that red right there?
Yeah.
That's why I stopped because of the thing. And you further down you're gonna see a red line and turn right here and that's the outside of the boat.
Did you use the other side down?
Yeah, I leave the other side rounded. I don't do too much work to the outside. It's just, it's natural.
Okay.
You know?